Put it in Zargon. He's like, I can entertain. He's lying low at the Ludus because he returned back here, and he seems to not be wanting to like go and explore the city. He's lying low,
hiding at the Ludus. Does Ashoka know that that's what's going on?
He's a pretty good liar, but give me a sense motive, and I'll just roll quickly for Damian's bluff. Yeah. You get a +4 to your roll because you're familiar with Damian.
Okay. Alright.
Don't you have detect thoughts or some shit?
I do. I don't just run around detecting everyone's thoughts. Or do I?
Yes, you do. You're Ashoka. Oh, I'm pooping again.
I want you to think I do. 36.
Okay, well, he can beat you. 33. Yeah, you get the idea that he's not going out of the Ludus for some reason. He's avoiding leaving.
This is more time he spent here than ever before.
Right.
In a row.
Oh, Marty, Magnus is gonna go through his gold and see and check it like what's his name did. Which talents are fake, which talents are real.
Okay. Sid is able to help with that, and you guys identify your fake talents from the real talents.
Yep.
So you can remove the real talents, you can separate them, you have knowledge of those, but Scarab is demanding...
I'm giving him 1-to-1.
Okay.
Because I remember giving him money. I'm only giving
2-to-1.
1-to-1. He can demand 2-to-1 if he wants. He's only getting 1-to-1.
Okay.
If he doesn't like it, he doesn't get any.
It's weird because he gets to hold your chain, and you naked. So
he's not happy with it. Just let Mark know that what happens.
So how many did I get? How many does he have?
Well, he had 2 left. He had 3 in total.
2 left. Okay, so he gets 2.
No. 3 in total.
Oh yeah, sorry. Excuse me.
The one he accidentally tried to give to Yuri.
Okay. Yeah. With Sid's amazing appraise, he's able to like sniff out the counterfeits.
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
It's basically break out a merchant scale, weigh them versus one that you know is good, or actually like score them a little bit to see what they're made out of.
Yeah, because the density of wood versus density of gold. Oh shit.
What is 6 Ashoka Network and the Ludaspy Network up to this turn?
Well, I'm going to put the Ashoka Network. Give me a second. Going to the map.
Sid's looking.
The Ashoka Network is going to redo the arena region.
Okay.
Because they suck so bad last time. Do it again, but less sucky. The Ludus spies are going to be keeping an eye on the retreat area.
Okay.
Are we going to travel midway so that we have a teleport point on the ship? Do we have to do that after 5 days?
Yeah, after 5 days, you might have to go and pop in. It's teleport, so you guys could probably fit that in addition. That might be your RP event.
Yeah.
6 is going to...
I don't know, did Magnus notice the big northern half-giant barbarianess that was singing on behalf of the circus, or did he just not give a shit?
I mean, do we have a history with? I guess they're
first time there.
First time you've seen her, you know your people's enemy would be giants. Like giants would be a thing the Corsicans probably fought quite often.
Yeah, he's already got a lot of enemies. He doesn't really care to make another one.
Okay. She was attractive and big, but I think Sam...
Everyone I fall in love with gets killed by dragons.
Yep. So Magnus had other shit on his mind, and it was actually Sam. It was actually Sam who Roz noticed herself. So that was interesting.
6 is going to...
No matchmaker, Demon Lord.
Which was funny, because... Nemi, I'm a dude, you gotta be pretty blunt. When you say make certain Magnus doesn't notice her, it's gonna be making certain Magnus doesn't notice her, which is not mentioning a damn thing.
He definitely was in the room, and the tokens were all on the map, but I didn't hear Magnus say anything, and she didn't know he was Corsican. She doesn't.
It's just he ran into Ugg.
Yeah, he ran into Ugg, and it turned into the pissing
like,
match. Yeah. Yep. That was a good scene.
6 is going to... we're going to make 6 do some dirty work. 6 needs to scout out the tunnel that goes to the Civic Arena.
Oh, there's something Magnus wanted. Shit, I forgot.
What is that? Do we know about the... I think I'm getting my things confused. Yeah, no, well, he's going to look for that tunnel. There was word of a tunnel. 6 is going to support the group in the Civic Arena area, I guess is what that kind of means. It's many dice.
Specifically, he wants to know the tunnel.
I want to know about this tunnel, which he can turn into Zed and then basically go through the friggin' the skin painters. Not skin painters.
Yep.
Yeah,
the Beast Tamers. He's friends with the Beast Tamers.
Yep.
Okay, Nova's acting as a guard for Magnus's fight. They're gonna help guard Zed. Zed is acting as the healer. We've got Fleas. Is Fleas tired? 1, he's tired. Nope, he didn't get injured. He's all good.
So the Fleas is going to he doesn't. He's like, oh, the next week is also going to be the people on the other side fighting. Fleas is going to work with also come. He's a bard. He can bard song Magnus.
Okay.
But he also can see what could potentially be his competition.
Yes,
but he needs to figure out a way to beat a dragon monk without killing him.
Got it. Let's do some of the rolls. Sona, you're trying to cheer up. Last time you tried to do this, it didn't work.
Yeah, I want to. Is it possible we can talk to Sona?
Sure. Yeah, but
Magnus?
just give me 7 rolls as you're throwing. As no, Damian is spending time with Sona and Zargon, which is pretty funny. Damian's just lingering around he's just always there for the next few days. It's really weird. Mark, give me these rolls. These are your rolls. I need 7 rolls as you're entertaining Sona and 6 rolls as you're entertaining the dragon.
All right, so 6 for Sona.
7 to make friends.
4 successes.
Yeah. Okay, so Sona at first is suspicious of the attention, but finally gives in, and Sona likes wine.
So you do like dead baby jokes. I knew it.
You're disgusting, says Sona.
Don't worry, they're commoners. It's fine.
You Imperials.
Dead commoner baby jokes. How many commoner babies does it take to...
That's horrible. Zargon? Yeah, Zargon's pleased with the carnage jokes. He actually has a question for Damian. So we've got Damian, Sona drinking wine. This doesn't affect me as much as it affects you. Well, you're missing the best part of the wine. Damian Van Impe. I've heard that name being spoken with some reverence. Why?
My family's, I come from a respected lineage.
What makes them respected?
Money mostly. However, my family have some accomplishments, one could say, regarding Imperial history, at least here on Tarak.
What accomplishments? What did your family do?
No, they developed the Imp Towers.
What are the Imp Towers?
No, there's none here in Vaddapol.
There are imps here.
Yes, there are imps here.
So you got your name playing with devils?
That is the rumor.
Rumor you don't know?
One does not go around speaking of that sort of thing.
But you don't know for sure it is your family. Why don't you remember?
I don't remember because I wasn't told.
Secrets. This place is a house of secrets.
That's the best kind of house, full of surprises, otherwise you'd be bored.
I could sure use a long stretch of boring. So nice drinking wine.
I'm sure you could. We'll get you a fight soon.
Your family, what does it have to do with this place? Why do they let you come in here, prance in, and leave when you want to? You're not a gladiator. You fought against them when you should have fought for us.
Now.
Good question, Zargon. Keep it going.
At least he was in the arena.
What makes you so special? I want to know.
My uncle owns you. And you.
Your uncle? Who is your uncle?
Oh, never met him, I suppose. Vogel von Krakenstein, mother's side.
Krakenstein? What makes him so special?
Oh, he's a very powerful wizard. And he wears wooden shoes, which is not so much special, just eccentric.
Special wizard? How powerful can he beat Phineas?
He's choking on his wine. No. You could squash him like a bug, I'm sure.
Maybe he can help me.
What do you need help with?
Why do you want to know?
Well, you're my uncle's special little project.
No one owns me. I'm a dragon.
On the contrary, I have seen the paperwork. You are owned. You are property.
Oh,
Not unlike that chair over there.
That's not wise, says Sisona.
That's how Damian dies.
What paperwork?
I'm gonna send you to the goddamn castle. Go talk to the Duke.
What paperwork? No paper will hold me.
Well, it's not technically going to hold you. It's just a legalese nonsense.
Paper burns.
Yes, however, there are copies and this and that. You can destroy one set, but another set exists, and there's another set on that.
That's probably the reason why you're not being hunted, Sargon. Think of it as a paper shield.
Still paper.
Yes, however, if it weren't for the fact that you are owned, you would be stuffed and mounted.
Paper.
You'd be surprised what you can accomplish with paper.
Okay. Do you guys also want to take off 5 talents, as you owe 5 talents to the something.
Condolences.
We'll send some flowers.
And they get a bouquet of flowers.
And a bouquet of flowers.
What a bunch of dicks.
Flowers.
They're not blood roses.
They're arranged in a T. Arranged in a...
So Damian sends them flowers. Okay, what does the card say?
Though they're not blood roses, we hope this will soothe your sore hearts for the loss of what's his name. And it literally says what's his name.
and every T is spelt like he does it like the capital with
Okay, so I've added 5 talents to the coalition. Subtract 5 talents from the.
Yeah, 5 talents subtracted for the death penalty for Titus.
Yep.
Oopsie.
I want to meet Krakenstein.
Oh, I can see if I can set up a meeting if you really want to.
Yes, I want to meet my master.
He's going to want to know why.
I will tell him when I get there.
Oh no, you don't seem to understand. See, if he wanted to meet you, he would have met you, which means he doesn't want to meet you. So he's going to want to know why he should meet you.
I want something put inside of me.
There's going to be there's laughing at the table.
Yeah, there's sorry, there's just too much wine, What do you want put inside you?
None of your business, Van Impe.
Oh, maybe it was what I was thinking of.
I think
Fucking asshole.
Zed, you notice that the conversation between Damian and Sona and Zargon has Zed, has Zargon all agitated.
I'll tell you what, my little draconic friend. I will speak to my uncle.
Zed sits down at the table.
Yep.
And basically pulls the bottle in front of him. Just drinking from the bottle.
I hate this Ludus.
He's going to intentionally school-marm the conversation by, I'm joining and I am now part of this.
Right.
And we all just went, oh, great, the teacher's at our table. Tomorrow I'll go see my uncle. You're quite fortunate to actually have free time. Very rare these days.
His eyes narrow.
You have not been here that long. This is a long stretch of your presence.
Well, you know, I've got certain pokers in the fire.
Joining morning exercise.
In the morning? Probably. Depends on how late I
on the crack of flame.
Yes, no. Not that morning exercise. I'll join second morning exercise.
Will you be joining the evening exercise at dying flame?
No.
Will you be fighting with us in the arenas? Should I be looking for matches for you?
Oh, no, I'll set up my own if... He's kind of thinking, like, I'm a little behind if I'm gonna... Oh, I might not qualify for the season finale, actually, this season.
It's not even certain which Ludus is Damian. Exactly.
No, it's just because he hasn't got any fights.
Yep.
I trust that you would not be taking any information about our fighters here to other Ludi.
No, of course not. No, I didn't last time either. Accused me of anything.
I want to speak to you later, Zed. About paper.
He slinks
We
away
can
back
speak
in.
about paper.
He slinks away back into his cave. Ashoka, give me 14 dice as you're writing wooing secret admirer love letters to Lady Greta.
1,
yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so you are delivering them through your mental dominated mind slave that is the
Mind free.
Who are you saying that from? A secret admirer?
Yep. Which could end up being anyone I needed to be when I unveil it, right?
Okay.
Damian.
So you learn that her curiosity is piqued, but when they begin to arrive, she is gobbling them up like candy. And hiding them somewhere in her room.
Your shirt.
Sid, you were searching for maps. Give me,
No, actually, Sid wanted to do something. Flip that. Since we're here, I want to spy on Damian's sister. That was another thing that Van Krachstein wanted from me.
Oh, spying on his sister, not his sister-in-law. Okay.
Tell me about his sister.
Okay. So you are spying on his sister. Give me... You are good at spying. Give me 13 dice. What's your sister's name again?
Annastasia.
And,
Or Annie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Okay. You notice that she is spending a lot of her time. She is staying at the Crystal Golem Estates, where her father is convalescent. Where her mother is basically running the place, like she is the lady of this inn. She spends a lot of her time actually at the Tower of the Sage, poring through books. It's actually easy to spy on her because you have a room here. She seems to be studying magic. Give me a knowledge arcana or a spellcraft.
Okay. Spellcraft or knowledge arcana. Let's do the spellcraft thingy. $22. Fucking more than 5. That's all I ask.
It's actually a decent roll, and you get some information. She is trying to blend sorcerer and wizard magic together. You don't know what it's called, but you think it's a rare. It is a rare thing.
Okay.
She has a book on surgery and the makings of an arcanist. You're not too sure what she's becoming, but it's definitely arcane magic that she's studying. She seems to be struggling a little bit, given that all of her teachers are either busy or not here. But she's got a lot of books, and she seems to be dedicated to this particular pursuit.
Yep. That's it.
Definitely don't look like a creeper doing this.
Especially with big eyes. You know what I'm looking at her. Bad eyes.
And
Around the corner.
with an 8, you do know that she ends up one evening slipping out of the Crystal Golem Estates. She travels to the retreat.
Okay.
And ends up sitting at a booth with a strange duergar woman.
Excuse me?
Who the heck is that?
The duergar woman is in a black form-fitting robe with bits of leather. She has got a platinum diadem and looks very important.
Okay. Are we at the
She's at the retreat.
Give me a sec here.
Oh. That spy is looking at the retreat.
This is the Under Countess.
Yep.
Okay. What are they talking about?
I told you this place might be a good way to get away. My brother often likes to come here. I could see why. Games of chance.
It's funny, your picture actually looks like Damian's.
It's
Same
almost
face.
like these were selected by a similar man. Doing the same thing.
Yes, dear. I think that this is a good place for us to chat a little bit more. Yes, I was fascinated when you said mind magic. I'd really like to learn more. Yes, of course you would. This is a secret art. This is a studied at secret temples in our duchy. And they start. She's kind of like bragging, but not giving too much away about a special kind of magic that the duergar have. Annastasia is kind of just prodding and poking at it, but really they end up having a few drinks, and you get the sense that they met somewhere recently.
Okay. The duergar. So a knowledge arcana. That's what we're talking about.
Do tell me more about the Duchy of Vivernus, the Wyvern Crown. Oh yes, the humans have lorded over their love of wyverns for some time. For a long time, in fact. We do not fear wyverns. They are silly and stupid beasts. But their kings have prided themselves as riders of these beasts, and there is a crown that does allow them to control wyverns. Does the crown still exist? I'm sure it does, in some imperial vault somewhere. I thought I saw a painting of a duergar warrior on wyverns. Yes, as I said, they are dumb beasts. I'm sure there are many warriors that like them. My husband has several wyverns that he has around here and there. They do frighten the lesser races. Fascinating, she says. You've got a very wonderful culture. Yes, we do. They continue to chat.
Okay, can I get a knowledge arcana to figure out what the hell they're talking about? Mind magic? What that is?
Sure.
$25, Bob.
So what brings you all the way out here? We are here on a diplomatic mission on behalf of the Duchy of Vivernus, of course.
That sounded like a diplomatic mission. It's like the Romulans from like Star Trek 5 or whatever.
Right. Oh, that's very interesting, says Annastasia. Any particular reason why you came out here? Diplomacy. Give me a sense motive. Sid?
Touché. I don't have. Yes, I do, but it's shit. Oh, balls.
Everyone just acted perfectly normal all the time.
Not 20, 23.
She is guarded about her purpose, which suggests that she is here for a very specific purpose and not just generic diplomacy.
It's called begging for help against the Shadow Army.
Maybe.
Huh. Says Anastasia. Very interesting. They end up drinking and chatting about other things. And...
Okay.
Okay. So that was spying on his sister. So you learned some stuff.
Interesting. Why are they here? If you're not gonna make his voice, I will.
Damian spent some time entertaining, and we rolled those dice already. Let me just make sure that Zargon got his morale boost. Yep. But then you told him about papers, and he's now all angry. Quilsey is training for strength. They need 6 rolls. 6 dice. One, 2, 3 successes. Quilsey's strength goes up by 1. You can go ahead and update that. Somebody? Okay, cool. Scarab is actually helping train. Scarab, they found out about your fake talents, and you demanded money back from Magnus for those fake talents that he paid you previously. And I think Magnus gave you 1 for 1. You demanded 2 for 1, but he ended up giving you 1 for 1.
Okay. Cool.
You guys pissed off Yuri by trying to make bets with false talents, and Yuri claims that you guys owe him a favor, whether or not Scarab actually thinks he does or not.
Scarab's cocky enough to go, yeah, try and collect.
Right, it's kind of what Magnus said too. So, the guy who handles the betting in town. All right, 12 dice as you're trying to train Drol's strength up. And yeah, the successes can roll into the next training if he can be trained in his strength. You can't get more than 1 point per turn, though. So give me 12 dice. Making Droll do push-ups.
12 dice. 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so he will get +1 strength next turn as well. You don't have to spend any additional dice to do that, so you can add 1 strength to him now.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we couldn't train up stats after we'd gone Gestalt.
Can't go Gestalt unless you have your stats trained up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
once
what's the
you
name?
hit
It's not
84
Gestalt.
total, Droll does not have 84. He's got
No, I'm
80.
talking about Quelzy.
If Quailsy was Gestalt from rolling Gestalt, then she could still train her stats to 84.
Yep.
She wasn't. No, she wasn't. She had to train up to Gestalt.
Right, so-
She had ability scores 86, so I don't think she's training ability scores at all.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay, then
Yeah, that is incorrect.
yeah, just
Okay.
give her a hit point
So,
instead.
there's no adjustments to be made then.
Yeah.
Give her a
It's
hit point.
training for training's sake, I guess.
Yeah, give her a hit point instead. We'll call it hit point training.
Sure. I'll do that.
Nova is guarding. Then we've got the spy network. E12 on spying on the tunnel.
12d12. No, sorry. 12
D6.
D6.
Sorry, 12 D6.
Yep.
Try again.
12. God damn it. D6. There's no plus in there. Hey, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Okay.
These guys suck.
You do find where the tunnel is, and you know that each entrance to the tunnel is guarded from the side of the building that the tunnel connects. So the beast tamers could decide whether or not to let anyone in.
Yep.
And the guards at the civic arena can decide whether or not to let anyone in. There are some murder holes on either side.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it is just wide enough to let the Megafint go through.
Does the Megafint squeeze, or is the Megafint
He just big enough for the Megafint.
a Megafint-sized hole?
Yep, it's under the streets. There's no way else into it. There may be some drains that lead into like under sewers, but nothing big enough for potentially the size for Sid. But he wasn't able to like go into those sewers to figure out a way into the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know the passcodes, like what to say to open it up. He just knows where they go.
Yep.
He knows how to get to it. Okay, Ashoka Spy Network spying on the arena area. This is on the what's the current clack of the town around the arena.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay, what is the clack? Apparently the Conclave tried to cheat Yuri, and Yuri's mad.
The fuck? Okay.
A weird ooze thing is seen coming out of the Union barracks and disappearing into the sewers. And coming back out and going back into the Union barracks.
Alright.
You know that Shebagast has been sending his smart snake to go visit Vestra Aral at the skin painter's shop. Tattoos have been placed on the snake.
Okay.
The excitement in the town is not only the fight of the barbarian and the bear fight, like people are super excited about that fight, but what overshadows that excitement is that a lot of grudges now need to be settled. And the Conclave seems to be at the center of some of these grudge matches. They expect there to be blood. This is just they being the people, the mob, that sort of thing. The mob expects there to be blood between the coalition and the Conclave for the death of Titus, their champion. Like, the common folk are making a big deal out of this.
Okay. And there's Conclave.
And word has spread that Magnus and Ugg came to blows in the veins, and they're excited for an upcoming death match. Everyone's assuming it's death match between Ugg and Magnus.
Could it be because one of them died last time they fought?
Yeah, I think it's just more like people stories run away from themselves. So there's going to be a secret death match by the end of the year. We all know it. We all can't wait. They know it. So the conclave, people are excited because the Conclave got their asses kicked in the summer season, and people expected more. And everyone, the wild rumors go from they're gonna surprise.
We came in second out of like 8 teams.
No,
it's just the way the story goes.
The dragon didn't show up, and they're having a hard time with their dragon, and their ludus was set on fire, and they can't wait to see Zargon again.
Yeah,
and Zargon's their secret weapon. They think that the Conclave's going to come back this year. Cool.
We're Rocky.
Or come back this season, basically.
We're Rocky.
You do also catch wind that people were very impressed by the healer in the chair, Arlen. And people have been quietly asking which god he serves.
Perfect. This is awesome. For Ashoka.
Like, he healed like 90 damage in 3 channels. Like, it was like impressive.
Yes, yes.
People are also tired of goblins. The goblins have been they're just a nuisance, and they're all over the city, and they wish that the goblin would go and pick them up, and yeah, it's just a general nuisance.
My people will never be free.
Okay, the Ludus Spy Network, spying on the retreat. Give me 4 dice.
Success?
1 success. Okay. Get much information aside from the fact that old Dreg is selling drugs in the alleyways around the retreat. And they did notice that a visiting duergar dignitary did visit the retreat.
Doing their job.
And then your spy guys are kind of like, it's expensive to get in. You guys don't pay them enough. Like, you know, like it's expensive to gamble and to go into there.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of like lingering out in the shadows and trying to spy on this place.
Miracles out of the 46 group.
Yep.
The imps, however.
The imps, however, when they come back with, I think there's a hole in the ground, then they get the talking to.
Okay. Fleas is acting like a bard, which I think brings us to the bare-knuckle bear fight.
Bear fight! Robots in disguise!
Unless we want to do Damian reporting to the Count.
Oh, I think
Bear
Damian...
fight is fun.
I think Damian reporting to the Count is... If I was Damian... If I was Damian's controller, I'd like to do that one with a little bit more... you know, pep in my veins.
And then I've got Scarab RP Broken Shield. What?
I forget what I had planned there. Oh, I think he wanted to set up a fight because he doesn't have any fights.
Yeah, I believe we now said that setting up fights is like Zed's supposed to be setting up some
Yeah,
fights.
Zed can definitely set up a fight. Let me check something. Let me check a thing. I think all the fake charming between Ashoka and...
Seeing if that was worn off.
No, I'm seeing how much they like you.
Oh, the broken shield. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do a fight. They're not giving you any special, like, special favors. They know Scarab is a what tier?
Veteran.
Scarab's a veteran?
Yes.
What level is Scarab?
He's 9th.
It should be heroic.
Okay.
That it's not even close to being... No, yeah, he's listed as heroic. They adjust.
Oh, he is?
things as-
Okay,
yeah.
that's just me forgetting.
They have seen Scarab fight and they're frightened of him. They offer 2 heroics against 1.
Scarab just shrugged. Whatever.
Okay, so you accept a 2-to-1 heroic fight. When do you want to do it?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so
If they say, how about next week? It was,
they're going to say 1d4 plus they want a little bit of prep. They're going to say 3 weeks out. Hey, you want to mark that down? They're going to put a guy by the name of Neil the Timid. And some other dude. I think Hydrax the Serpent and Neil the Timid. No, Hydrax is actually in the tournament still. They will have just some other guy that they'll put in there.
oh, they'll hire a merc if they need to.
Yep. They also send Scarab a message saying that we really like your style of fighting. If you're interested in mercenary work for our Ludus, we will pay double what the Conclave is paying.
He'll send a message back. I will finish my contract with the Conclave, and then we can negotiate.
Okay. They're happy with setting up that fight.
Ashoka, just saying, they're offering me this much.
Once a mind slave. Once the mind slave magics are on the table. Very low prices.
I sign away my life to become slave of this Ludus in exclusion. No trade clause. Oh, funny.
I feel stamped.
Yeah, they're interested in bruisers like Gracchus, especially like he's a merc. Oh, that means he can go where he wants to. Come to us, yeah. Come to us. They say they also have a job in the meantime if you're interested.
He is, because he's broke.
Okay.
And needs XP.
They say that this job is sensitive in nature, and they want you to come to the House of the Broken Shield to meet with Lady Daestra.
So far, the rule's been I don't put the first charm on anyone in Vaddapol.
Are you looking up?
Didn't Ashoka say the rule like, okay, nobody go and speak with her, kind of?
Yeah.
That's for your gladiators. I'm a free person here. Okay, that's
Once he's got layers of enchantment magic on him, then we're free to put our own layers of countering enchantment magic on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nem also reports to Ashoka that Gracchus has had a sharp spike in correspondence as of late.
There's been a spike in correspondence?
To and from Gracchus.
It is most curious that all of a sudden he has many things to talk about, Master.
Nem handles the mail. he diligently puts it into slots.
He'll meet a representative at the Box and Groves.
Okay. Okay. So that's in Gracchus.
Ashoka will just watch out for anything interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Just make certain he doesn't get in over his head.
Okay. Magnus, who are you going to go chat with? You going to do a thing?
Magnus wants to go and get some tattoos and do some shopping.
Okay. What are you trying to shop for?
So tattoos and rings.
Okay. What is the thing? What are you looking for?
Rings.
Yeah, I got it. Is it the ring of sustenance?
So,
What kind of ring?
He wants to tattoo a slotless ring of sustenance.
Okay.
A tattoo of a ring of sustenance. All right.
That's a good tattoo, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
so
everybody should get a
2,500 times 1.5 times 2 is
7,500.
7,500.
Yeah.
So it's over a week.
Yeah, it would be a 1.5 week slot of you being busy.
Okay. Yeah, he can start that after his fight with.
Okay.
So starting next week.
Ring and ring.
Yeah, well, that's fair. One would imagine if you're taking up a week and a half of someone's time, you're gonna have to make an appointment.
Yeah. So Magnus goes out. Gracchus ends up being his escort. Apparently, whenever he goes into public, he's wearing manacles and kind of wandering around the town.
Okay.
The Vorlander's following with Magnus's weapons, just in case things go wrong.
There's a couple of other things he wanted.
Okay, so you visited Vester Iral, and you notice that it's near the end of a shift, and Vester Iral is there. She purrs when she sees Magnus. Oh, what splendid skin I get to paint upon.
Hey, how are you doing?
Excellent now. I've been forced to paint the scales of a snake for many days.
That's...
What can I do for you? And she looks curiously at Gracchus and his forearms, and then turns back to Magnus.
I'm interested in the... I want you to hide a ring of sustenance for me. But like... Maybe a roof on my lips or something.
The roof of your mouth so that your tongue is always feeding. I like it. It may cost you a bit extra to hide something like that.
I'm aware.
She nods. She tells you it'll be 8 talents to do kind of a slotless tattoo of Ring of Sustenance at the top of the roof of your mouth.
Better than my anus.
It will hurt.
Oh no! Please don't make the pain for me.
She smiles. Anything for the other 2 of you? She looks at Gracchus again, not sure like what he is, and then she just doesn't seem to be interested.
You also do
in the old man.
Could you also do invisibility?
A ring of invisibility upon your hand.
Yeah.
She nods. It wouldn't be the first.
That'll take some doing.
Oh, that's 20 grand, so that'll be 30 grand. She realized that that's 30,000 gold coins, or 30 talents, and will take 15 days of work.
Just 3 weeks.
She could fast craft it.
Yeah,
Of course, it would take 30 days of work, 15 if you pay extra. Be 30.
How much and how long?
35 if you want it done in 15 days. I'll have to cancel a few appointments.
How many days will it take? Without
15.
15 days.
Instead, it will take 30 if she does it slow.
30 days. Oh shit, 3 weeks. 5 talents?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still deciding on that ring, but might not have to hurry, but I'll tell you. The ring in my mouth, yeah, for sure. The invisibility, I'm still figuring out. I might also want it hidden as well.
You're running out of places to hide things, sweetie.
We can be inventive, can't we? Yeah, I guess I am. We'll figure it out.
Wonder. You've got. I forgot you got a secret tattoo of on your butt.
I don't know where it is actually. I have no idea where
Yeah,
that
you
tattoo
don't
is.
even know it's there.
No, I don't.
Is everything all right? She says. Magnus is rubbing his temples. Ugh.
I have a blasted headache all the goddamn time. I don't even know what they did for me. So when can we start with the ring in the mouth?
Anytime.
Hey, Gracchus, go get the book. I don't know. Can you read? We can start now.
You mean, can I read? He looks like he's about to punch you.
Hard read. You better than you do.
One of us has a class trait called illiterate.
There's a bunch of other rings I want to go get.
Okay, so well, she's gonna start on that one. It'll take a week and a half to do. So subtract the 8,000 gold pieces from your character sheet. I'm assuming you have 8 talents without dipping into Conclave funds.
And we want to make some bets.
There's definitely going to be an interesting conversation of he's planning to spend how much on a ring of invisibility?
Yep, and then what are you making bets on? And who are you going to go to talk to make those bets?
I think Claw is just fucking out of it now. So 8 talents gone. What's his name wants to spend? He wants to drop 10 talents for 20, right?
Pardon?
Ajax wants to give me like 2-to-1 odds.
Yep. You betting on yourself?
I'll bet with Ajax, but I'm gonna leave Claw for now.
Okay, so Magnus insists on going to the Union Barracks, which is right around the corner.
Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, it's fucking Magnus. What are you doing here? He's gonna try to do something. I know he's gonna.
Let him in. Magnus comes shuffling in chains. Ajax just looking at you.
It looks like he's getting ready for the chained bear fight. He's chained to a bug.
That's actually pretty funny. Yeah.
No, it's not. It is.
You see Kane just kind of he doesn't like Magnus being here. Oh, and there's something coming out of the big cauldron.
What the fuck?
Head sticks out and looks around and then goes back in. I don't mind him.
Alright.
Gooman McSlimer.
I like to call him Snot. Can
He
I
said he
dip?
wanted to,
Can I dip
make
your
a
old?
bet.
Can I dip your old man into Snot's bucket?
Phelan looks really fucking nervous.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm never gonna do anything fun.
Hey Jax, how you doing? So, this fight we have, what the hell are the rules?
We're gonna be chained to a bear.
What kind of bear?
I don't know. What kind of bear do you think old
Oh, the fucking
Tubby
bigger the
has?
better. Oh, he probably has a magic casting invisible bear. Fucking guy. But
You really need to be more specific with things when you agree to fights. Have I mentioned that before?
I heard you had a run in with your friend Ugg. Word on the
Yeah,
street
the
is that there's
coward.
gonna be a death match. Is that true?
I haven't decided if I'm gonna kill him or not. But that'd be interesting if there is a fight. I mean, we'll have to ask Zed because he's my master now.
He worships cold, right?
Yeah, I still don't understand why he would do what he did. It doesn't make sense.
The season end games are messy.
But still, being cowardly.
I'm looking forward to winning this season so that we can meet again in the end of year games.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to our season end games this year, if I'm in. So you wanted to bet?
What's this about? He points to the chains.
I've been like this since I left the church.
What'd they do to you in there?
I don't remember.
Huh. He pours some ale for you and
Yeah, well,
pours a couple of cups for Gracchus and
he
Phelan.
drinks. He drinks. At least this kind of makes me forget for a while.
Pours the remainder of the
headache.
of the big stein into the big ooze bucket, and it just sort of sizzles.
How big are the chains?
You seem to be worried, Magnus.
I'm kind of have a complex from chains right now.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. It'll be a big ass bear. It'll be scary. We'll get bloody. Nothing.
Alright.
Nothing that we won't survive.
So you want to make a bet?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, I have 15 talents. How's that?
The odds right now are 2-1 to Ajax.
So I win. You give me 15. You win. I give you 30. That doesn't sound fair.
So what do you want from me? I mean, that's what the odds are. I mean, let's be honest here. You punch pretty fucking hard. What are you thinking?
No potion. No magics. Of course, we're going to start out... I don't know how the fuck we're going to start out, but we're going to start out in a pretty ass-backwards starting position, aren't we?
Yeah, I have my drink thing. You know, I drink it all the time.
No.
Wait, hold on.
None of your coward's juice is what he says. 2 fingers into your
He
your
puts
shoulder.
his hand at like his crotch.
Yeah.
I'll give you coward's juice. Come here.
That's pretty funny.
No, no drink. Yeah, fine.
Then I'll give you the 30 if you win. What happens if the bear wins?
I'll see your cards.
All right, then it's a push.
Be the bear pushing out its backside.
I'll drink to that. You serious about these things? You could probably snap them. And he kind of pulls at your chains a little bit. While you're trying to drink, you're like, blah, blah.
It's best they don't know.
You heard from Maeve?
No, last I heard she was gone to capital, but I haven't heard from her.
She's still not back yet. Word is she's slaughtering people left and right in the capital city.
You mean in the arena, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay, good. Just checking.
She'd be shot down like a rabid dog if she was doing that in the streets.
He looks at him like, He whispers to him, "What if I showed you a trick on how to block these things?"
Block bullets?
Yeah.
Never thought I'd learn something from you.
Puts his hand down his crotch. I'll teach you something else.
He swats your hand away as you're reaching towards it.
Come on.
He kind of clinks his big ass stein into your forehead, like bang, beer, and and a slightly bloody nose. He drinks from it. Yeah, we could talk.
Yeah, why don't I want you to come by the Ludus, or I can come by here and I can.
Kane shooting eyes of hatred towards Gracchus and Magnus, but just remaining quiet in his corner of the room.
You need to use your favorite weapon.
That's right, from top level warrior to mid card talent. That's what's happened to you, buddy. Falling down the card.
Hey man, it's not always about rising, but it is also about the fall.
It's rough.
We also can start training you how to do it, but you need your favorite weapon. I
Don't worry.
believe it's your greatsword.
It's not a cursed greatsword, that's fucking for sure.
Yeah, we ran into the circus, that Allen bastard. He kept saying he didn't know he checked the sword, and that he didn't know it was cursed. But I think he's full of shit.
No, he's a liar for sure.
Apparently, we frightened them away. That noble lady of his left the city.
What's that thing? I guess we'll see them at the end of games, end of season games.
Yeah.
We'll pay them then, those bastards.
If you don't get your death match before then.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. Magnus here.
It doesn't seem fair, though, does it? Hey, to go out and compete against these backwater little arenas where they don't even know how to fight except with a pitchfork, and then all of a sudden they're qualified for the season-end games. It's bullshit.
No, actually, some of the backwaters, there's all sorts of crazies that they've been dragging around across north. Apparently, Fallen Stone's the place to go and make your name.
I've been to Fallen Stone. Nothing special there.
Yeah, okay, well, hey, I wish you luck then. We'll see you after in the arena, and let me know when you want to come by. I'll start showing you how to do the,
You hear anything about the war?
north? No, nothing. I've been in a fucking hole for a long time now.
Well, they're not all Kraulish or Corsican in the north. They are closer to our kin than people to the south. They've started to come down here, you know, in droves. They're being driven down here. I hear whole villages and towns are emptying.
Why?
Don't know. Some sort of shadow?
Shadow?
A shadow is passing across the land. People are fleeing. You might see a lot of barbarians end up in Luda's stables.
He leans in to whisper. Then I think it's time that we show. Then I show you the trick, and you show them.
Yeah, we could train after the bear fight.
All right.
Besides, I could probably teach you a thing or two.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure of that. But I'm looking forward to it.
But Magnus could kill this guy, I'm positive.
What do you make of the new Ludus? Looks like you made a new enemy yesterday.
Yeah, Fleece. I don't know. Fleece didn't actually. I mean, he's not a mean kind of guy. He's just lucky shot. Well, unlucky shot.
No, I taught him that. Yeah, for sure.
Fucking Gracchus. See what the things I deal with? See, this is bullshit.
Huh.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't hit him that hard. I guess he just hit him in the right spot, and he went down, and it was just shitty and everything.
Yeah, well,
Right in the temple. Then he shit himself and died. That's the way it's supposed to go.
shit does happen in the arena.
Well, he took the risk. It's too bad for them. But I mean, like, he was kind of an asshole too. He was mocking everybody, be it dishonorable.
You better watch out. They're likely gonna be pissed. Of course, they killed one of my gladiators.
Well, they killed one of yours too.
Barbarian named Methcat died to Gracchus.
Gracchus?
Not Gracchus, to Titus.
Titus.
His first
yeah,
match.
That's the guy. That's the guy. Well, I guess, it comes around. Kill somebody and Fleece kills you. Makes drinks.
Yeah, well, we got knocked out of the tournament, and they got knocked out of the tournament. I lost a gladiator, they did. The one who caused the loss died. Seems like a fair shake. The gods themselves have their scales.
He leans in. Try not to die in the arena, Ajax.
Of course not. You too.
What do I remember? Cord not being around.
You don't remember
what do I remember?
You don't remember anything from the moment you died to the moment you woke up. But you were told what some of your memories were, and you remember that Sonia visited you, but you don't remember anything about the visit.
Okay.
That was the gift from pseudo old commissioner.
I just know not to die in there. Just trust me.
Okay. He doesn't seem to get the gravitas of what you actually mean.
Of course, don't die. What are you fucking?
Oh, he will.
Don't worry about me. I've got a priest. That's what he says.
We'll talk when we train.
Yeah, I'll introduce you. Of course, don't you have a cord priest? Is that your Ludus?
What happened to our cord priest?
He's still around. Yeah, he's just not of a power to bring people back. And I bought my first real winnings. I bought a death contract.
Awesome.
How much is a death contract? 10K?
Has there been any news about death contracts not being, like, if those are a thing, has any of them come up and then not been executed properly?
Yeah, if they are not, it hasn't. Well, there's been a lot of upheaval and a lot of priests are leaving, so the people who actually signed the death contracts might actually not be in town anymore. But Ajax is claiming that, like, over a year ago, he bought one when he first came here.
That's interesting, because that will be where, like, the word gets out.
you're saying I have to kill Ajax. No, motherfucker.
I mean,
Magnus will
kill
finish his
Ajax.
drink. He's gonna head back.
Okay. Damian, you said you wanted to report to the Count.
No. Okay.
Look at
Yep,
that.
you said it. That was everybody heard you. You went. I want to report.
Are you
to
bringing
Count
anyone
Patrick."
with you to go report to the Count? Mark?
Yeah, he goes reports to the count.
Okay. Give me a D3.
Three.
Okay, you go to Castle Vaddapol. You're trying to avoid the Duke, but find the Count?
Pretty much.
Okay. Alright, so you don't encounter any of the usual suspects, but as you were searching in side rooms and looking for the Count, you actually encounter a man sitting overlooking, looking out one of the sea towers, and he's not a man, at least a human. He is a duergar in strange armor with like a beautiful cape, and he's got a dwarven war axe on his back that has got all sorts of etched with runes. Your head buzzed a little bit when you kind of stepped into the room, like you were just sort of searching around for the Count, and
Yeah.
he turns. A beautiful view.
Isn't it though?
He's watching. He seems to be watching the ships come and go.
Don't suppose you get views like this where you're from?
No. The waters of our kingdom. Ooh, he uses a word that's a bad word. The waters of our kingdom are very dangerous, deep and dark. One cannot see the other side of the great salt lake from one end to the other. The depths hold things that would pull sailors down and feast upon them in their souls, and the great shadow looms always.
Yes, well, shadows are a problem these days, aren't they?
It depends. Is it a problem that light does not go through flesh and steel? He holds his hand in the sunlight. What manner of soldier are you?
I'm a very special soldier.
Spoiled one.
Shut up.
And what makes you special?
Oh, you know, unique talents come in handy from time to time. You haven't seen the Count about, have you?
You are nobility here?
No, but nobility everywhere, but...
You are imperial.
Yes.
The response of "I am nobility everywhere" is awesome.
I am the Under Duke Golvang, but you likely already know this.
Sorry, I missed that.
He's the Under Duke Golvang, but he says
Golvang. Okay,
you,
I thought
you,
so. Used.
you likely already know this.
Of course. Your reputation precedes you. Bluff?
Yeah, give me a bluff. Yes, give me a bluff.
25. Do I recognize the name?
Knowledge and ability. Oh. And what do the stories tell? What do the orators say of Under Duke Golvang and his...
I'm gonna Screw it. I'll roll because it'll be funny if I fail. 26. What do they say?
He is the grandson of the king, and I've got the name on the tip of my tongue, but I think I need to actually switch to the map. The name of the kingdom, maybe Vlauving's sheet has it.
Probably.
He's the grandson of the king of the Duergar kingdom that submitted to the Imperium and stepped down in their kingship to serve the Imperium as dukes. They basically capitulated to become a vassal as opposed to being conquered.
Okay.
So he's the grandson. He's the grandson. It's hereditary. Like he inherited his dukedom.
He's the grandson of the Duke of.
They did the political version of "You didn't win. I
Right.
gave up. You didn't win."
Yeah, your bitches had to kiss our ass after you realized we're gonna kill you all.
There may be a little bit more nuance there. He may not have actually been part of the Golvangs are probably not the actual king's family, but an offshoot of it that agreed to bend knee while the king didn't, and there was probably a whole bunch of murdering and infighting to scramble to the top of the New Order, and
Sounds like actual history of Japan at the end of World War II.
Yeah.
Really complex way of describing how that, how that went back through. Part of the reason why they got
The ones that were stubborn and wanted to fight ended up getting a bunch of daggers in their back, and then the people that actually took power were the ones that bent knee, and there's a complicated relationship between the Under Kingdom and then the Duchy of Avernus, which has all the wyverns, and there's some politicking going on there. But he for some reason, the leader of a nation or a duchy is here visiting the Duke.
And he's visiting our Duke, not the Duke. Not the Duke of Avernus.
Right. They probably have powwows all the time, given their proximity to each other. He traveled 2 duchies over. Maybe he's on a big tour. Viad, of course, is just a bunch of woodsmen. It doesn't have the oomph or power that Vade does. But he's definitely here, and he's holed up in this castle, which no doubt is probably for someone of his position, maybe not as impressive as the way that the riches are on him. You're pretty sure he's got mithril and little studs of gemstones and other precious metals on him. He's got a beautifully braided beard. There seems to be a very manicured look to this sovereign.
Yeah, I was actually going to say something about his beard. Well, he rhymes off in the most flattering way possible what he knows about him. What I don't know is why you're here.
Are you of a position to know? What is your title?
My title?
Yes, your title. I cannot tell from your insignias. I thought you were a soldier at first.
Oh, not a common soldier, certainly.
No, a special one.
No, well, the only title that really matters is Lord.
One with a quick mind and a silver tongue.
Well, I have my moments.
Are you going to make me ask again who you are?
Oh, yeah, Damian Van Impe, Lieutenant, for the time being.
That is a minor officer.
It's my promotions have been a long time coming.
Of
Sure,
a-
it's several grades.
Of an impressive family.
My lineage has its moments as well.
Are you related to the Conqueror?
Distantly.
Interesting. He lays waste with cannon and muskets and galleons and imperial weapons of war, the ancient enemies of our people upon Stygia. We rejoice when we hear every victory. We sing songs of vengeance now, met with every fall of every city on that continent. There was a time when my people attempted what your Imperium is doing now.
He raises an eyebrow like, I doubt your people have done anything like what the Imperium's doing now.
We are proud to stand with our Imperial friends.
I'm so glad to hear it. So is this a diplomacy tool?
He raises an eyebrow. It is good to know who your friends are, is it not?
Friends is a curious term. When it comes to diplomacy, of course.
His, like, mustache part of his beard twitches a little bit, and he turns to look back out the window. Such a bustling place.
Yes, that it is, for a little shithole. I'll leave you to your impressive view.
If ever you are in Vavernus, you may come to my court.
Well, I thank you for the invitation. And it's not that unlikely that I might actually take you up on it.
You notice a couple of duergar that look more like guards kind of arrive. They've got something in a box. Ah, business.
Ah.
He is, in a polite way, telling you to leave.
Oh, of course. I'll leave you to it, and I'm not sure if I took that spell yet. Yes! He steps out the door, walks down the hall a bit, and casts invisibility, and goes back to look.
Okay, the two guards have placed down this iron box. The box itself is heavy. They present the Underduke with a key. The Underduke takes the key, he opens up the box and opens it up. Give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm not great at those, but I don't suck. $22.
Okay, they look like a pair of onyx statues. They look kind of draconic.
Right.
They are in kind of a crushed velvet interior to the heavy metal box on the outside. He picks up one of the statues. Give me a knowledge arcana.
Let's go take 10 and get a 20.
They are not dragons, but... Well, they are dragon types, but they're not true dragons. They look like some sort of onyx statue of a wyvern.
Okay.
Do you speak Dwarven?
I might. Seems like a language that I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Do not speak Dwarven.
He says something about it. He just puts it back in, closes it. He says to the dwarves something, and they just nod, and he locks it again, and he sends them away. He keeps the key, though, and they pick up the box, and they're carrying it off somewhere. He returns to his viewing.
Damian will not dismiss his invisibility as he goes around looking for the Duke.
Oh, for the Count? Okay, so eventually
for the Count, yeah.
you do find the Count. The Count is in his office. He's looking stressed, and he's rubbing his temples and pushing papers around his desk.
He knocks politely.
Okay, he looks up, doesn't see anyone there.
He knocks again. Because he's a dick.
Okay, you notice him grabbing a dagger in his belt. His hands are in a dagger. Who's there?
Now he appears.
Fucking Damian.
Oh my god, you're gonna get exploded by somebody.
He looks really pissed. He's like, you're gonna get yourself killed sneaking around like that.
I'm sorry. How's my favorite superior officer?
Shouldn't you be in the north somewhere?
Oh, yes, I was in the north. Didn't find the cradle. I do, however, have a team on it as we speak.
Then why aren't you up there leading the team?
They're making their plans right now. I have some family issues I need to take care of. They're on it. I'm keeping in touch, don't worry. It's all well in hand.
He's looking at you like you're fucking serious.
Oh, yes, they're heading to the plane of shadow itself.
And you're not going, why?
Oh, I didn't say I'm not going. These things require planning.
The Duke catches you here, you're good as dead.
Yes, well, that's the invisibility thing.
What do you want? He gets up, he's closing the door.
Oh, you know, just wanted to check in, let you know what's going on. See how you're doing?
Give me another perception check as he's looking at a map and some orders and see if you catch a glimpse.
21.
You notice that there are some what look like troop movements along the border with between Vaed and Vade.
Some of our boys going somewhere?
Well, your business. They're actually,
It's like pointing at his own uniform, like
they're actually coming home.
coming home.
Duke's pulling back some support that we gave Duchy of Vaed a while back.
Are they not still a little bit concerned with an undead scourge?
Apparently it's not our problem.
You see?
Apparently we're fortifying Vaddapol.
Are we now? For what purpose?
Defense? It's the Duke's call.
There's a war far to the north, though. Why? It's not my business.
Oh, we still have soldiers up there. It's just he's pulling soldiers out of Vaed to fortify Vaddapol. Nothing that concerns you.
Quite right.
You better go and fetch this cradle. He gets grumpier and more vile with each coming day. He doesn't get what he wants.
Such motive. He's never called the Duke names before. Okay, would be 26.
Yeah, he's never called the Duke names before.
must be having digestion issues. Bring him some fiber.
Mhm.
Fine.
So,
Grand Mage is up there trying to find the cradle.
Phineas. Oh, I'll speak to Eggy. So, and he double checks the door.
Yeah, you go and look outside the door, like a guard's walking down the hallway or something, but nobody outside the door.
Has there been any discussions about what is to be done?
Done about what?
Sense motive. You know what I'm talking about, buddy. $28.
That's a bit aggressive of you, Lieutenant. It's hardly your place.
No, it's not my place. But I know what I saw. And you know better than I do whether that's your Duke or not.
He hasn't done anything to suggest that he is not.
Hasn't he?
You want to lose your head complaining to our regent? Go ahead.
No, I have a cradle to find. My apologies.
Bring it to Duncan first. Or the Grand Mage.
It's okay, you can call him Eggy.
He's the Grand Mage Vaddapol. He puts his fist down on the table. A bunch of little figures of troop movements go scattering.
Oh no, the archers! They've come! He picks up the little piece. I'll save you.
If the
knob.
if the undead give the Viedans problems, the undead could be our problems. But that's months away. If things go bad. Winter is also on the horizon. The undead don't tend to move well in the snow. Although the boners are immune to the cold.
Well, I will leave those problems to my superior officers.
It's the north that concerns me. Commander Valens has complained that there are entire countries of people that are heading south.
I caught to the south.
Commander Valens has complained to me that there are entire countries worth of people that are starting to head to the south.
No, that's likely due to the army of shadows up there. I'd move too.
Not too sure what the Duke's going to do with these people.
Oh, I can imagine. Anyway, I am a good soldier, and I will be off to follow my orders of my superior officer, whatever they may be, Count. So I will find you your cradle.
Are you lying?
Oh, he's not lying about following the Count's orders?
No.
Like, you tell me when you want to do this coup. I'm in. I'm in.
Is it coup time? Coo, I choose you.
I coo you.
I coo you. Oh, stupid.
As for finding the cradle, yeah, if he finds the cradle, yes, he will bring it to Duncan.
Okay, so you're...
That sounds pretty much not what...
Yeah, give me a bluff.
It's one of those, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
28.
Playing a dangerous game, Damian.
Oh, those are the most fun ones to play.
Get out of my sight.
He turns invisible. And then he picks up the archers. Pew, pew,
Oh, he gets up from the room and opens the door and leaves.
Okay, Damian gets the hell out of there.
Okay, yeah, you do see that there are troops that are all kind of like little arrows going towards Vaddapol. Like there's this big kind of circular defense of Vaddapol.
Okay, but is he withdrawing troops from the north?
In a couple places.
Okay.
It also looks like he's going to attack certain roads that are coming from the north. And that he's also fortifying Fallen Stone.
Okay. Well, Fallen Stone makes sense, kind of. It's already a hub of military activity.
It looks like there are plans here to pinch off routes where people are coming from the north.
Okay.
Like, you might be burning bridges or actually, like, putting up roadblocks and...
Trying to stem a flow.
Alright. Yeah, Damian doesn't care about refugees, so he's not overly concerned.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna get the hell out of there. He really doesn't want to meet the Duke, so...
Okay. The last thing you see is this big arrow coming down through the north and heading into to Vaed.
Coming from the north and heading to...
Yep.
Does it say maybe dwarves are coming, or...?
No, it just seems to be this big black arrow that's pointing at the capital of Vaed.
Okay.
Is the world map on here?
I
switch.
no, I can switch to the world map if you want.
Yeah, please. Because I'm getting my geography confused.
It's fine. Your meta geography.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who ranks in
I'm creating my
Marty's
fake
pretend
world.
Okay, so he is stemming the flow. Let's zoom in here. He is stemming the flow of people moving past Fallen Stone, and there is kind of like, you could see the yellow that's kind of like mountainous region, that sort of thing. He's trying to pinch off the flow. He's pulling back soldiers from Vaed to basically territory between Fallen Stone and the capital. He has a ring of defenses around Vaddapol.
Load world map. Come on, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cash, you son of a bitch. Okay.
So he's got a ring of defenses around Vaddapol. He's cutting off flow of people in Fallen Stone and using this mountain range that stretches across the northern part of Vaed to do so, pinching off river and roads, like at least they're planning on it. Pulling back troops from Vaed all the way to like Fallen Stone through to Vaddapol, and there's this big, gigantic black arrow kind of arcing down from this general area, pointing at Vaed.
Okay, and
You also notice that the big black arrow points south to Citadel by the Lake and kind of points over to nearest Sant. Like there are maybe potential routes of the enemy.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. So, and Vaed is where they're pulling troops out of.
Yep.
I mean, this is stuff I don't know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yep. And if you want to know where the Khazdarak is the name of the underrealm of Duergar, and they're way the fuck over here. But they are the major power, them and Vyvernus, between like Vaddapol, Vaed, and Khazdarak, Vyvernus.
Yeah, I see no reason why you wouldn't pull troops out of Vaed. I mean, they're not on the warpath, at least not for a bit. I wonder what the other black arrow is, man.
The 3 black arrows?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain those 3 black arrows are different armies. We got a shadow army. That's one of them.
I'm interested how they found out this information. One's a shadow army, or what are the others?
We've been feeding. We're part of the people that feed them. They've got a whole network of stuff.
Yeah, but how do they know they're going to these fucking locations?
Where else would they go?
They're going to major population centers.
Yeah, they seem to be pointed at Vaed, a place called near Lasant, and then pointed directly at Terrazline and maybe something kind of offshooting towards Vaddapol.
Also, these arrows could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's a shadow swarm, and then there's the shadowkin.
Yep, that's what I mean. There's a shadowkin army, there's a shadow swarm army, and then is there another shadowkin army, or is there something else?
Shadow swarmkin.
But it all seems to be coming from this vicinity.
Don't worry, our most powerful warriors are headed east to the middle of nowhere to talk to a dwarf.
Seriously.
Yeah, the protectorate of Kafrania is way the snot over here. Out of the path of the of the oncoming badness.
Follow the path of cowardice.
Oh, and then the other guys are going down to Skelter, which is way over here.
Yeah, we're gonna. We've. Hey guys, this world, it's kind of fucked. I hate the Imperium so much, and we need them so much.
You hate them so much. That's funny. I think Mark kind of likes them. He's got 2 characters that are part of the Imperial machine.
Yeah, well, the aristocracy. Like he picked people who it's easy to like the Imperium with.
Yes, I did. It's pretty easy to like the
self-serving.
The man or the man.
And Adam's like, it's stifling my chaotic nature, my desire for freedom and beer.
Freedom. Why? Oh, justified tyranny is the worst. Because it's justified. Oh, dude, this world is so boned. All right. Let's go back to the.
Let's go back to Bear and Circus. Right, exactly. You're part of the entertainment that has everyone fucking not paying attention to the bad shit that's going on.
Yep.
That sounds a little bit too close to home, but let me just go Netflix for the night and not think about anything else. Oh shit. This is a bit awkward.
You know that if I don't see it, it doesn't happen.
Hashtag feels bad, man. Pretty sure there's an emoticon for that. Feels bad. No?
Where's our barbarian? Our bear-bearing.
It's the feels bad, man. I think there's a. Well, there's a feels good, man. Well, there's no feel good, man. I'm just forgetting what the things are. It's gotta be a feels bad, man.
All right. So, who is escorting? Is Damian doing anything else?
No, he's keeping his head down. He'll go see his mother and sister, I guess.
Okay.
Because I got some questions about Marcel. But that can wait till after the.
Chad is apparently planning to defile Titus's body in some fashion.
What?
They are a bunch of
Oh, they're gonna get back at.
I like it.
Okay, who is going to the Civic Arena for the Magnus fight?
Wait,
and
so what can Magnus wear?
Damian learns that Maurice Van Impe, his mother, and Annastasia Van Impe have been sitting up in the editor's pulpit for the tournament. And they've been guests of the Duke.
Oh.
And there's an extra seat up there. Annastasia lets Damian know when you go to talk to them.
Yeah, you might want to not tell him I'm in town.
Oh, you're not going to go up to the editor's pulpit to go?
Oh, no. If anything, he's going to go in the veins and in disguise.
God, so you're putting on a disguise? How are you disguising yourself, Damian?
He puts on peasant clothes.
Okay, give me a disguise check as you are peasanting it up.
Somebody throw a poop at him. Somebody throw a poop at him.
21.
21. Okay, so yeah, peasants aren't supposed to have perfume.
You smell like poop.
I walked through it. What?
I walked through the perfume. All right, so we've got a Damian.
Fully axed, body sprayed out before showing up.
There's a dude at work. I call him the Axe Man. I've seen him 3 times because we're on different schedules. I smell him every morning. I know whether he's been to work or not, whether he's on holidays. It's like, oh fuck, man.
I'm an axe man. It's an ass man, not axe man.
Scat man, I don't know what the fuck you're listening to. We got our own version here in Zachary. What the fuck?
I believe we call that the fixed version.
Yep. All right, so Magnus is bringing a Damian who is under a.
What can Magnus wear?
They are going to provide armor for Magnus.
Okay, now
It's supposed to be like a no magic items, you know.
No magic.
Yep.
No magic. Was it no magic items? Was it just no magic?
Fucking Zed.
It was supposed to be. Originally it was supposed to be like a naked fisticuffs fight.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So, no items.
Nope.
No items.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I increase my AC by 1 or 2. It just doesn't matter.
It does not.
It's really a hit points fight.
It's a hit points fight.
It's a hit points and number of attacks you have fight.
Okay, let's see. Does the Conclave arrive first?
All right.
Or does the
everyone
Union?
Call me Gustav.
I got
Gustav.
That sounds peasanty.
Okay, so my AC without fucking anything.
You should drink your mutagen
Is-
before going out there.
It's a nutsack. No, I agreed to no mutagen, so no mutagen.
Yeah, well, what would he know? Cheater juice.
No, I agreed to it. 10, 14.
You should stop putting the peppermint in there. They can smell it on your breath.
Okay,
No rings.
so Scarab dragging Magnus along in chains. Zed, Nova, Sona is there for bard songing. Damian or Gustav, and Phelan the Vorlander, who's carrying a bunch of
I think Fleas was being entertained, or Fleas is there for bard song because Sona was being entertained this week.
Oh, okay. So Sona is not there. Bloop. And Fleas? Where's Fleas? There he is. He's blending in with the pattern.
Yeah. You better be scared of me. I killed a man. Oh, I feel bad.
Oh no! Here come the killers now.
Oh, it was, lucky swing.
Yeah, how's it going?
I think I might have some bear repellent if you want it. Yeah.
My bear repellent's right here. Puts his hands to the crotch. Yeah, I can get you some too. I don't know why Magnus is doing that these days.
He's just, everything's my dick. All I got is my dick.
It's
He's
really
got a sword.
the only thing I can reach like this.
I'm pretty sure I know some ladies that would pay you for that service.
Really?
Do you know any that would pay me?
15. AC.
I wouldn't touch you with a stick. I wouldn't touch you with my bugbear's stick. No offense there, but you're kind of creepy.
Shield bash.
Are you shield bashing, Dreg?
And he's my. Wait, sorry. Yeah, he's my guy. Oh, here we go.
All right, roll initiative as his bodyguard is coming forth, and he's going to Aijitsu.
Magnus is not even he's like. "Yeah, fuck it."
You focus me.
Yep, with his Nodachi. Bruh!
That accelerated quickly.
15 on the initiative.
Hang on. Give me a second. So gotta pull up his sheet for crying out loud. Plus 3. 16 on the initiative.
Okay, you win.
Okay, it's D4 for shield bash.
Oh, it's an attack roll first.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
D4 for heavy shield.
Yeah, I'm using a heavy shield, so.
My Ludus isn't wealthy enough to get me a spike shield. So you know without the spikes. They're apparently very poor.
Poor fleas. Just the Ludus isn't run very well.
I used to be able to blame some guy called Ahmed for this, but now it's kind of my fault. Shit.
All right, so your shield comes up, bang, cuffs Dreg into his face. He crumples into a heap on the ground. He just goes down. How much damage?
Oh. Plus. Oh. Should subtract.
Oh man, that's not friendly. And the blade comes flashing out towards. It's just a shave too slow to interrupt the attack. Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Did you roll a 1?
Yep. AC 28.
No.
Okay, the sword came out. The sword came out of the hilt very quickly, but came crashing down, and a 76 on the critical fumble chart. There's D52. With a big slashing weapon.
Hit ally.
You turned on Dreg! You turned on Dreg!
Okay, he attacked you. Your weird armor just kind of caught it, and the sword flew out of his hands and is stuck in your armor.
Can we stop doing this? I really have to concentrate. Seriously, come on. He starts pulling. Greg is like, I really don't want to get involved.
Gracchus pulls the sword off his armor and hands it back.
Okay, you hand it back. It's all right. It's all right. Insulting a gladiator is probably not the right thing to do.
Nope. All right, let's go.
He's fumbling for some bottles and sniffs something and seems.
Yeah,
okay.
at least you don't have a headache like I do. Fucking ow.
Are you... Does your head still hurt?
It's been hurting since I left the church. Usually I don't get these things. It's like I'm super awesome, but now I'm not. It's my armor.
Your turn, asshole.
Okay, you guys have the run of the place before the other group shows up. I don't know how many of you are drinking, or I guess Fleas is positioning himself, so he's ready to, after getting a cup of wine, you notice that Chebagast is out there, and there's a bunch of the beast tamers that are out there. And
do we see the bear?
You don't see the bear yet, no. You go and have a look. You don't see the bear.
Who's he? I can't see him.
Damian kind of catches that the Underduke and Duke Dragol are off to the side chatting about something, and you can see Annastasia sitting beside another duergar woman that looks like she's really important, and they're chatting.
Okay.
The Count is not there today.
Hey guys, I brought the flute! You can hear the flute, okay?
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. 15. I have a fucking 15 AC.
You should.
What exactly? What should I do? Please, oh gracious master, tell me what the fuck should I do now?
Okay.
Fight with bravery.
Krakus pulls the chain back. No, I wasn't gonna kill him. Fucking asshole.
Once you have kowtowed to the crowd, we can bring you into proper matches.
Oh, undo these chains already. Are they providing armor or
Nope.
nothing?
Bare knuckle bear match.
Bare knuckle bear.
The bear match.
Loincloth.
Bear, baby.
They stripped some of the. Well, they're waiting. They're waiting for the others to arrive. So Wazrog, you can hear him bellowing. He stops off and grabs some wine. Kane is also there. Chanticleer is talking to Ajax. Ajax and Chanticleer come around the corner.
I see you've brought a whole entourage today. Who is your healer? Is it Zed?
Said nods.
Okay.
Sucks, but you know what I got.
Pleasure seeing you again, brother.
Always in flame.
The smoke, it rises.
It never fully dissipates.
Angry dire bear. It's angry. Not a dire bear, it's just angry. Hasn't been fed.
No, and it's wild and just not happy with his current lot in life.
Ha! Bare naked. You're bare naked. He's gonna eat your nuts.
Surrounded by assholes.
Okay, some of the judges come in. They make sure that you don't have any magic items. They affix they affix like manacles to your arms. They're not connected, but they do affix manacles to your arms and a collar around your neck.
They affix what?
Manacles.
Okay.
They're not attached to anything, but there's a loop, and then there's a collar around your neck with a loop in it.
Alright, sure.
If I were you, I'd get as much slack as I can, wrap it around my wrist, and
That's one way of doing it.
Hey Ajax, you're looking really cool, by the way. You know.
He just looks at fleas.
Maybe later.
He kind of twitches a little bit, like you distracted him, and he actually starts scratching after talking to you. You ready, brother? Is what Ajax says, clapping Magnus on the shoulder.
Let's do it. Does Ajax also have the shit, or is just
Yeah, he's got
it's
the
just me tied down?
no, he's got the manacles and the collar. Oh.
So,
You never spent time in the northern wilderness. I hear
yeah, when I was younger.
you ever fought a bear?
Fought trolls.
I thought you were one of those city barbarians.
No. That was my time here, but before that, it was on the seas and the battlefields. I'm in the trees sometimes. I like to climb.
It's
It'll
all
be
right.
interesting.
It's all right, Magnus. We know that you're wild at heart. Let's go out there and give him a show, huh?
All right.
The crowd goes nuts when the two of you walk out, kind of stride by stride, side by side. You go, immediately the big ass bear.
Go barbarians! Get them!
Go ahead and anoint them. You can see that there's a judge that comes up, and they open up a pot, and he takes like almost like a like a paintbrush and kind of like paints Ajax and then dips it in and paints Magnus. Oh, it smells like urine and some sort of like funk.
You now smell like a lady bear. Or a rival suitor type bear, like